Yeah.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we, yeah, can we not, por favor?
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too.
Shut up, man.
I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
That's even better.
Yo, stupid, yo.
Child, the silence is deafening. Well, at least it was to all of the people that witnessed Tyla's interview with the Breakfast Club. What's up, girlies? And we are back at it again. I'm just here to put my 2 cents in about this interview clip that went around with Tyla and the Breakfast Club, where they asked her about her colored identity and the way that she utilizes the term color to describe herself, and if that meant that she wasn't black. Now, on the interview, it seemed like she may have been willing to answer it, but the people that she was with was not willing to have her answer it for whatever sake. And it could be looked at as a prep issue, as not being media trained, but here's what Breakfast Club had to say about it.
Yeah, people were upset with, the questioning and the fact that she didn't answer. But like I tell everybody, the questions that we ask are from things that are out there. She did an interview a couple of years ago and people were asking about it. So, of course, when she came up here, we had to ask her about it. Now, I don't understand why she didn't answer that in the interview. Mm-hmm. That was confusing. Like, why just not say that?
And you're doing press, you know what I'm saying? So like her label or manager, whoever, just got to get her training, because it's different ways to pivot from what you don't want to answer.
Correct.
Instead of just looking at somebody or having somebody come from, because remember when Charlamagne did Donkey Today for the dude on CNN, like, yo, like you had somebody wave you down in an interview.
Right.
To be like, yo, no, we ain't talking about that.
But it's press, like you said. Yeah, but it's press, like you said. You're
a
going,
superstar.
Yes, you know what they're going to ask you. You know they're going to ask you some questions about your album, but you know they're going to ask you about the BS too, and you got to be able to answer those questions as well.
Yeah. So to come with like a whole list like of 9 or 10 things that we can't talk about when that's really all like majority of people were like really know.
Exactly.
That was a little crazy, but so that I would have preferred that she said that, but just a little media training, get her right, she be all right.
Now here's what she had to say after the clip went around, and I think this is actually something that she probably could have said then and there, but they just didn't want her to. Yo guys, never denied my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I'm mixed with black, Zulu, Irish, Mauritian, Indian, and colored. In South Africa, I would be classified as a colored woman. In other places, I would be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I don't expect to be identified as colored outside of South Africa by anyone not comfortable doing so, because I understand the weight of that word outside of South Africa. But to close this conversation, I'm both colored in South Africa and a black woman. As a woman for the culture, it's and, not or. With that being said, Asambe. I look at Tyla and think this young lady's smart enough and knows how to talk well enough to explain her points of views and explain her background and talk. Maybe sometimes the wording may not come out right then and there, and so her ability to write her thoughts was a little easier, but like I said, I feel like she could have explained this right then and there. I also felt like the Breakfast Club was trying to get a clip out of her, even though when the interview started, they said it was a safe space, especially Charlamagne.
Hello.
Welcome, Tyla. We heard you might be nervous too. You have no reason to be nervous. I want you to know that.
No.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe place, yes.
Yes, this is a safe space.
It was not a safe space. All in all, I don't think her team puts a lot of faith in her being smart, or wants to put a lot of faith in her being smart. I think they want her to rise to a level of stardom that if she makes mistakes or if she speaks out of term, she won't get there in their mindset. They want to take the less is more approach with her career, it seems like. And with doing that, the less is more approach would be letting her do minimal interviews where the interviews just kind of gloss over the deeper questions. We stay surface level. She's in and out. She shares the music, she previews the music, she promotes the music. It's about the music. It's about how pretty she looks. Let her do the water dance or the next trend that she comes up with next. And we don't get deep. We get out of there because it worked for artists like Beyonce. It worked for artists like Rihanna. And as you can see, sometimes talking too much is a downfall. I can kind of see why they're taking that approach, but at the same time, she's still new. You gotta let her mess up a little, and then in the end, this still looks bad when she looks back as if she can't speak for herself. So it's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. So I'd say that again, if she has the ability to speak for herself in such a way and make a statement as she made, why not just let her make it in public? Why not just let her speak for herself? I really do think that this was on her team. I don't think that this was about her. Everybody's saying that, she could have just said it. I don't think she can. I don't know what kind of contract she's in, and I don't know what kind of team she has that wants her to speak less, or if they're telling her, look, less is more, and she's going with it. Of course, she's a grown woman. She has responsibility over herself, but I think we all know that when you're in these contracts and you want your career to go really well, and she's coming from a long way, she's not from America, she's got a lot to lose. So she's doing a lot of listening and a little less talking, as we can see. All right, y'all. Till next time. Girl world. You